Weights and Downer. You or someone you know has lost the ability to earn a living because someone put the company interests before their well-being. In times like these, there's one firm who has handled hundreds of catastrophic and lost earning cases. Before you settle fast with a company's attorney, give Weights and Downer a call. 985-876-0870. Weights and Downer. Let us fight for your rights.
All right, welcome back. We're doing quick updates with all the officials. One of those very key officials is with us right now, the sheriff of Terrebonne Parish, Sheriff Tim Soignet. Sheriff, good to see you.
Thank you, Martin.
All right, you're no stranger to this. How did we do?
Well, we got lucky. I mean, I think that storm, looking at the storm, which we spoke earlier, that front moved it along Terrebonne Parish pretty fast, and we saw that dry air, and it didn't really have nothing behind the storm. So we were able to look at that and look at the storm as it went earlier. About 2 hours before the storm officially passed, we were catching that back in. The wind kind of died down, and we were able to get our officers out there earlier, and along with working with the fire departments, and they did a great job. We had officers and work crews, and we were able to get the roads cleared much faster than there's been a pass. And then that morning, we pretty much had most roads clear south of anything north of the Morganza. So south of the Morganza, we concentrated that morning from 2 hours before the storm ended, and 15 hours later, every single road was cleared in the parish, which allowed now that morning, y'all start getting electrical trucks.
Right.
Now we seeing power restored.
Y'all did a great job on the road.
We saw power restored, and you know, some people that get upset, I think, with a curfew, understand the curfew is that until we can assess the roads, we don't want nobody in a bad situation.
Yeah.
And it's important for us to get the roads cleared so we get people restored back to normal. And we just ask for patience on those type of things. We know there's a lot of anxiety and people want to check on their families, but if they can't get there, it's important that we get these roads clear so we get emergency, we get resources back to where it needs to go if need be, but more importantly, getting electric restored everywhere.
Plus, y'all got the roads cleared fast, and it's been doing this for a while. It was fast. And let me ask you this. How did the looting go? Any reports of looting?
We got a little. We had a few of them, and we tell people you see things on Facebook, and it's like, look, that's not the place to report it. If you see it, call us and let us know. I mean, after the fact, but I mean, we have patrols out there. I still have heavy patrolling out there trying to deter and mitigate as much of that as we can.
Yeah, and you're going to have that. I mean, to get that to zero, I would be shocked, but I remember last storms, you had people in full force, and you didn't tolerate that. Marine was coming out.
No, and we're still not tolerating, so we're still out there in full force and mitigating a lot of it. But the good thing is power's getting restored. That's always a concern. And I think the last report I said about 95% of the parish is back online, and I think the rest should be getting online today. And like what I tell our citizens, once power is restored, if you're not getting power, it could be an electrical issue with your home as a result of the storm, and that may be a little bit of delay. But again, we're trying to help people through those processes as well.
I want to make sure I thank everybody that comes on today, and you're one of them, and your men and women doing an outstanding job, leaving their families behind a lot of times. Right. I know they make sure they're okay, and you always make sure their family's okay, but thanks.
Yes, sir. And well, we had one of our officers, her home's not suitable, so we're able to get her taken care of and continue to work. We're able to help her out and get her back on her feet so we can continue maintaining the pace we need to maintain.
Obviously, let's just be realistic. This was not an Ida, but I think Ida taught us all how to be ready. I mean, you jumped up in Ida and housed so many people that lost their homes in your troops. And I think Ida sort of taught us one about compassion, taught us how to handle a hurricane. And I think you can play off of it because you've been there. Others, it was their first time, and I know they're probably looking at you for a little guidance.
Yes, and look, very early stages when the storm passed, we had some of our officers at home ready to go when the time happens. But I wanted a report of our people's homes, because if these guys are going to be working the tempo that we're working, I wanted to know, make sure their homes were good to go, and if they had issues, we had people that were able to help them address those particular issues, because I didn't want that weighing over weighing on their head, like I got my own stuff to worry about. Now I got all of this to deal with. So we're able to mitigate a lot of things. It's about working as a team. I have people that can help my officers at their homes with their issues while they're out there doing what they do. So it's about taking care of your people, because those guys are taking care of the parish. And I want to make sure that's one thing I have, and I'm very adamant about. Our trench fighters that's out there doing the work, we make sure we're taking care of them, so any worries they have, they don't have to worry about those things. We're able to fix some of their units, their generators, their AC units. One of them lost his unit was tipped to the side. He's worried about that. Well, I have an HVAC guy. Go look at it and see what he needs to do to get it fixed. So I don't want him worrying about that. He's got a lot going on his plate. Let's take some things off our plate and support our people 100%.
And you use a lot of the resources you need. Do y'all still use inmate labor? Some of those guys are very talented.
I do have some inmate labor. I was able to help remove debris off the roads. But I do have HVAC. I have people within my office, electricians, that can keep our people online if they have these issues. I mean, it's kind of difficult. Everybody's dealing with their own stuff, whether their job. But remember, our officers, that's when they're needed the most. So it's not like they can go home and go take care of their issues. So we have a team of people to help our people while they're out there working.
But no, I've sort of been through, watch you go through the trenches. Of course, you were always going through them because you were always in the law enforcement realm, but when you became sheriff and it fell on your shoulders, you've handled everything very, very well, and you got a lot of compassion. So we look forward to talking to you, because we know we're going to get the straight answer. Just in 30 seconds, Parish, doing okay?
Yes, sir. I think we're going to get back on our feet, like I tell our people. Look, every day gets a little bit better. And the only thing before you contract somebody to fix your home, let's make sure they're good and legitimate, because we don't want to deal with the aftermath like we did with IDA, especially with people with contract.
Yeah, avoiding contract fraud, as I hold up the pamphlet straight on contract and fraud. All right, Sheriff, thank you so much. We appreciate it. God bless you. Keep up the great work.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, we'll take a break. A lot more public officials coming right here on the set. Don't go away.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights.